Hey friends, Teacher Jolie here. I wanted to talk to you today about one of my favorite features on the VIPKID phone app, and that's the ability to send cards to our students. I think it's wonderful to send cards to our students because number one, it helps build student rapport. Number two, it lets the parents know that we're engaged with their children and that we really care about them. And number three, who just doesn't love receiving a card in the mail, or an email in this case? I know I do. I love knowing that people are thinking about me, and I know our students do too. So if you haven't already done so, go download the VIPKID phone app. It's a wonderful app. It's free in the App Store, and it has a lot of great features. You can turn on notifications to let you know that you have a class starting in 15 minutes. You can turn on notifications to let you know what's happened in the last 8 hours. So did you get any new bookings? You can get notifications about short notice bookings. It's wonderful. But again, my favorite feature, the feature we're talking about today, is the ability to send cards. So let's get started. So when you're going to want to click on your VIPKID phone app, and it's going to take you to the home screen. And there's lots of great information on this home screen, little announcements going on, your upcoming classes, all that kind of jazz. But what we're going to do is go to this corner. Down in the left-hand corner is the home button. Click on the calendar next to that. And you can choose which day of the week. For me, I'm going to look at yesterday's classes. And what I'm going to do is click on the student icon. Now, for now, the student icons are dinos and things. But I hear that they are changing the icons soon to allow the students to choose their pictures. So that's something that's going to be coming up, so those icons will be changing. So keep a lookout for that. But what we're going to do is once we click on the student icon, we're going to click on the top right-hand corner has a little present. If you click on the present, there's two options. First, it says the student's name at the top, so you know that you're clicking on the right student. Second, it will have request mailing address. So a quick word about that. You can request a student's mailing address and mail them small gifts, or large gifts if you really want to. A lot of teachers do this. They either do it for our Christmas holiday, they might do it for a student's birthday, or the big thing that I've heard about is people do this for Chinese New Year. That's the big holiday over in China. That's when kids get really excited. So to receive a gift from their teacher on Chinese New Year is really special to a student. So consider doing that, but do know that you have to mail those well ahead of time. So we'll have more on that later. In the meantime, let's get back to cards. All the way at the bottom is a little button that says send a card. We want to click there. And when you do this, it's going to bring you to a bunch of different options at the bottom for sending cards. Now, a couple of things. It used to be that you only had 4 or 5 different options for sending cards. They were all free. Recently, they've changed that. And now you have the option to send free cards. There's about 5 options for free cards. Or you can use tokens to buy cards to send to your students. Now, I send free cards all the time. I think they're great. I think just getting a card in general is wonderful. But if you want to send a token card, go for it. Use your tokens however you want to. In the meantime, I'm going to keep sending my free cards and save up my tokens for a dino. Once you'll scroll through and choose the free card option that you want. There are usually some seasonal ones. They've still got some Halloween ones up here, even though, as you can see from my board behind me, it's getting close to Turkey Day. So you'll choose the free card that you want, and then you just type out a message. Now, this is another thing that has changed recently. You used to only be able to use about 100 characters to type a note to your student. Now you get up to 400. So this opens up a lot of possibilities for building that connection with your students. You can say something like, "Hey Susan, great class yesterday. I really appreciated the way that you listened to me and learned to use the V sound." Or, "Hey Susan, great class yesterday. Sorry we had some audio-visual issues. I really appreciate that you were so patient while we worked those out. Thank you for being a great student. All my best, Teacher Jolie." These are just a couple ways that you can build rapport. It lets the parents know that you, 1, recognize and know who their children are, 2, that you care about them. And like I said, who doesn't love receiving cards? So you'll type out your up to 400 character message and then click send down at the bottom. And that's it. Your message is out there in cyberspace on its way to make your students' day. One of the greatest things about sending cards is that sometimes you receive them back from students as well. I've gotten a couple different cards from students and they melt my heart every time. They are so sweet. So download the app, start sending cards. Remember, you can send them for free and make your students' day. I know receiving a card from a student makes my day. I hope you all are doing wonderful, and I will see you soon. If you haven't already signed up for VIPKID, use my referral link below. Reach out to me. I would love to help get you started. Thanks. Have a great day.